Hot seat now. Epsilon versus Pace-making Pandas. We have an elimination match going on stream right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to Championship Sunday. First matchup on stream. We have Empire Strongholds. It's locked. It's loaded. Let's dive on into the game. Ghosty Army, whose POV we're kicking things off with?
We're going to start off with Morga. This guy impressed me quite a bit yesterday, and I think that today is going to be no different on Championship Sunday, so let's see what he has to say.
Grabbing that silenced AR, new addition to this map. It's a very interesting weapon, especially if you crouch down, not appearing on the radar. A lot of people obviously think that it seems to hit a lot harder and tight up that spread, but it makes no difference,
No,
correct?
it's just a normal attachment, folks. It doesn't do anything else but silence and keep you off radar, but at the same time, it is very useful, obviously, when paired with that camo that you see. Actually, our boy Vex right here. Oh wait, no, who are we on? We're on, yeah, we are with Vex. And so we're gonna see him push out, and after getting control now.
We'll get those pips up in just a second, so you can see whose POV we are on board with. Two plots in the hands of Epsilon right now, and as they mentioned in the pregame, obviously Snipe Drone and Epsilon, the Bucks used to play for this roster. This organization was featured at the Halo World Championships last year, and they did place tops 8. So definitely, tiny bit of a grudge match going on. Both teams got something to say. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0 either. Double kill coming out of Vexus, finally taken down. Pace-making Pandas needs to get some points on the board, though. That bottom mid, it can always be a bit of a messy struggle, but they do have it. And time again, Ghost, you do see people when, you know, the going gets tough, they just panic and they'll just beeline and kind of bomb into a dead zone. Always go for bottom mid, and really they want to be focusing on those outside areas. 100%.
I mean, you bring up pretty much the underlying focus of Empire Strongholds, right? When you don't have control of the map, it's extremely important to swing around that outside area. We know that the tower can be pretty troublesome for getting spawn trapped, so you definitely want to push out towards that outside area. We see Optic and Envy do it time and time again, and really just wait for those kills, right, before they push for the objective.
Empire, you don't see many one-on-one battles. It's a very small map, very closed and very condensed. ARs are abound, and people will just collapse on into these platforms. One-on-one battle going, just as I say that, but he does have some support. You hear the DMR come straight above him. The bullets come down goes Morga. Snipe Drone gets the assist as well. 17-17, we're now tied. We're actually going to see the Pace-making Pandas take the lead in this game for the first time so far.
But it looks like, I believe that overshield, no, actually the camo was picked up by Vex, and the overshield was picked up, I believe, by Buck 20. And I'm not sure if he actually got killed there, but we're going to stay on board over here with this camo player. And now he gets cleaned up. And now let's go over to Zuh.
Yeah, Vex has just lost that lost the OS. Buck 20, one on quad, answers back. Snipe Drone takes down 20 after that one. Two players now moving into blue. Going to try and turn this one back in the favor of the Pace-making Pandas. However, they are getting triple capped on, so those points are going to be rocking up even faster than what they expected. Checking outside, you see the grenades are coming in, definitely showing that there are some people alive out here. That's going to be Snipe Drone over on the bend. Put some good shots. AR just flies out with a sneaky there. Still staying alive, which is good, but comes on the opposing sneak, it's taken down.
Yeah, but I got a comment. Snipe Drone actually outside. He was all the way, I believe, yeah, outside of Red Bend, and he saw the blue base being captured and threw 2 pre-nades on the fan just because of watching that capture. So it's just those little, you know, awareness tendencies that players like Snipe Drone and the rest of these guys over here on Epsilon are using to their advantage to really secure these 2 caps.
Big battle going on outside. It's going to be the battle for blue. They're all pushing in. They're all collapsing down. There's only one player there, but he's going to get hit from 3 angles. One outside, one from the window, one from the back as well. Going absolutely nowhere. Gets pincered, gets collapsed on, and now it's going to be triple cap once again, moving back into the hands of Epsilon.
Oh, yeah. And we are now on board with Doodle. Obviously, this guy yesterday had a little bit of a rough time, but it seems like, you know, he's come to play this morning. The teamwork is on fire right now with this Epsilon roster, which I know that a lot of players are used to kind of seeing these Buck twins do their work with all the teamwork, but it seems like right now it is very much in Epsilon's hands.
And look at this, the call out comes in. Oh, very lucky stick at least, gets a trade off before he goes down. So we'll take out Doodle as Snipe Drone drops him from the map. At the moment, we are with, I believe, whose POV is this? We're not entirely sure. That would have been 57s there. Excuse me, couldn't see the actual pip on the bottom. Let's have a look who else we got. Everyone seems to be dying at the moment. Again, this is what this map's all about. It's just a little bit fast-paced and a little bit messy.
All right, and it looks like that overshield did go over to Morga, so let's hop on board with him as he's now going to try and do his best to capture this pit. We know there's 2 members of that trying to get that capture, and when you do have 2 members, it's actually a 6-second capture process rather than 10, so very, very important to try and dual cap in this game type.
We do also see the overshield is in the hands of Morga on the Pace-making Pandas, so looking to try and do some work with that, get some more plots And points in the back. There's somebody is hanging around blue base. Not seeing any kind of focal point coming from there, or any bullets from the back. Now I'm hearing some shots going down, so he knows he needs to get in here. However, there are two people. Steps out for a second. They will take over blue base, unfortunately. Did just leave it. Fair enough, he was waiting for the right time to come, but just left it a little bit too late. Instead of challenging the one, he ended up facing two. Down he went. Moving across to someone else at this moment as we're looking. Again, the baton for bottom mid, but it just feels like Epsi just have a lot more control. Definitely the pacemaking Pandas getting pressured, probably more than what they expected as they keep moving around from one to one. The second that they take one, someone else just nips in, pushes it as they move away from it and take it back themselves.
Oh, 100%. And it just looks like the Bucks aren't really staying alive like we saw them do yesterday. I'm not sure if that's just because, I guess, Epsilon's getting the best of them, or if we're just seeing a little bit less teamwork this time around. But yes, we do need to see the pacemaking Pandas kind of step up, stop dying so much, start staying alive, stay outside. Every time I turn to one of their screens, it seems like they're in the pit and they're weak and they're getting into an AR battle of sorts without any help. So hopefully we can see them turn it around.
I think we're going to dive into observer mode, possibly just for the rest of this game. That could be a nice cheeky triple, which it is indeed. Snipe drone looking for the over. He's just on the fans. I like the fact he's not diving in for it, though. He knows he doesn't necessarily need it. Stays alive. Going to help out his teammate as well. There's Morga does come up behind him. May have jumped off the map unless he can ground pound back onto it, which he does. So he manages to do the stall. Stays alive, thrust onto the map. We'll keep this on as we've got the pips here so you can see at home which player we are currently on board with.
And who gets the Ovi? Oh, it was Quad, but he got cleaned up by Buck 20 and 57 before he could actually get that in his chest. And sure enough, Buck 57 and the rest of his pacemaking Pandas roster are now trying to counter cap red base, as it seems Epsilon actually is about to get blue. They're trying to also control pit. I mean, it's just so hectic in this game type, Rich.
It's messy, but unfortunately, they are there to help. There's perhaps 1, 2, 3 players. There's only going to be Vexus left.
Yep.
Someone else is coming from behind, though. They need to be extremely careful. This one player, that's going to be Doodle. We're going to stand off. He wants the kill, though. He needs to get it because that could be the winning pit, which more than likely has now sealed the deal as Epsilon take game number 1. 100 points to 41. Well fought from both teams. Taking a look at some of the kills. Doodle actually picked up a triple at the end there, which pretty much solidified that pit. And without that, could have gone any further. 2 triples coming out of Epsilon, 61 kills in total. As we look across at the pacemaking Pandas, they only managed to get themselves 41, so 20 kill difference. And on that map, the kills, they really do tell the story.
Oh, 100%. Not only that, so do the power-ups, right? The power-up pickups, we saw 6 falling in the hands of Epsilon, while only 2 going over to the pacemaking Pandas roster. And I also have to give a big shout out to Snipe Drone. This guy went 20 and 9 on this roster. But on not only that, if you look over at these stronghold captures, he also had the most stronghold captures. So not only is this guy flying in for kills and picking them off, getting solid assists, but also getting those captures. Always got to shout out that objective play, and he was just doing it, man.
If we take a quick look at the pacemaking Pandas stats as well, 6 and 15 out of 57, but still 12 assists. I mean, one person I do want to call out, Quad, dropping the big 16 assists, helping his team out. But 20 and 9, as you mentioned, Ghost, 29 with 7 strongholds captured as well, and that very dirty triple that we saw earlier on. Snipe Drone obviously want to tell his former teammates, we're not going home just yet.
No, and I mean, look at that. Morga just trying to put in some work. Let's go through these tools of destruction and see what they happen. Oh, we got some melees, we got some magnums, some melees, some magnums. Just a lot of
melees, magnums, and here's me telling me that it's a big, massive pile of ARs on that map, and it's
you know,
quite a lot.
There could be some ARs on that map.
Then again, I mentioned this yesterday, Ghost. When you play on these servers, the Magnum really does come into its own. You know, the amount of times we've been seeing players just go steamboating in with an AR, and people will literally just 5 them and say, get out of here.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
for sure.
challenge me with that.
It feels just so much more responsive when playing on LAN. I mean, that's just how it always has been, right? You know, that there's things, even dating back to, I think of like Halo 2, Halo 3, getting in those 4-shot battles on LAN feels so crispy, but then doing it online, you might as well just assume it's going to be a 6-shot at the best, right? So I think that really any Halo game, it's always just going to feel just a little bit smoother, and Halo 5 is no different. These guys have been clamoring to play LAN all weekend. We keep hearing them talk about going over to the warm-up stations, and it seems like our server techs have had their hands full all weekend, and it's been a bunch of happy campers at that.
Yeah, plenty of warm-ups and also plenty of people just getting some time on the stations, you know, just diving in and having a feeling, getting to grips with what it feels like to play this game online, because it's a different ball game. People play differently. So, certain people who will just go charging in, all guns blazing. Like, some people can do it online. They'll dive out. They'll think, yeah, you're not going to kill me. I'll take that challenge.
Yep.
For some people, they excel at it. They become even better on this because they just know how to work this one. But for some other people that just go diving in, absolutely no care in the world, they also get extremely and hard punished for it. You can't, you've got to you've just got to play along. You've got to see how this goes and see what things, but more importantly, you've got to adapt to the LAN play style.
100%. And not only that, but looking at our next game type, it's Slayer on Coliseum.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and obviously you watch these players quite a bit. I do as well, but I'm sure you're a little bit more knowledgeable than pretty much most people when it comes to these European players. So when it comes to Coliseum Slayer, who do you want to start off with, Sims?
So I think it would be rather unfair if we didn't go with Snipe Drone. I mean, he's still playing that kind of role where, for me, sometimes when you watch him, still looking for Jim Bossy, still, hard holding the elbow, still hoping he's got that one player just to rotate with him and play off of. But still, you put the sniper rifle in that, in that boy's hands.
Oh yeah.
He's going to end lives. He's going to win you games. The man's aim is absolutely fantastic. He's certainly not lost it. And when you watch how they play on this one, they need to be very careful, because we look at the opposing side. There's two players that I really want to see step up to the plate. Morga and Zer. Now, these two guys I highly rate, like highly rate. And I'm very, very happy with the performance so far.
Okay.
Yesterday, I think they'll have got the belief now. They took down Supremacy. Now, Supremacy is a team that I had potentially taken second in this event.
Yeah.
To beat a guaranteed, for me, top 3 contender, that's going to give you a lot of confidence in yourself.
Yep.
It's how they bring that to this table, especially when you're playing one of your old former teammates who is a beast. He's one of the best in Europe. And any of these guys can step up with the sniper rifle on this map.
Yep.
It's how they play as a team to allow them to do that, because you can't leave a player solo YOLOing on Coliseum. If he just YOLOs it on his own, he's going to get taken down with a sniper rifle every single time, and more importantly, he'll hand it to the other team.
Oh, not only that, but you just got to look at the Championship Sunday mentality too. Is something I wanted to bring up. Looking at all of these players this morning, they were running around in a free for all. Some guys were standing still. Some guys were just messing around with ARs. Some guys were playing for keeps and running away. And for someone like myself, a former competitor, to me it's extremely important to get those warm-ups in. If you already feel warmed up and you're going to AFK, completely understandable. But to use your first couple minutes of the morning warm-up to kind of troll with an AR,
yep.
And then to come out cold in this series it's just not what you want to do. So maybe we saw more of a warm-up in that Empire Strongholds game than we saw before this matchup. But regardless, the Buck Twins and their roster are going to need to step up. We know Coliseum Slayer is a massive turning point for really any series. The momentum can swing in any direction at any moment, especially if you control the sniper and the rockets. We all know the 6-minute mark. When that comes back up in normally halfway through the game, you do see the sniper and the rockets come up again. So huge momentum swings, always a possibility in that game type. And maybe Morga can step up today and hit some snipes like we saw him earlier this weekend.
So you can see the best of 5 series layout on your screen right now. We did just see Empire Strongholds going the way of Epsilon, 100 points to 41. Match 2 on your screen will be Coliseum Slayer. Then we move into map 3, Truth, CCF, and if they are needed, back-to-back Eden's Stronghold and Slayer once again to finish it off in this best of 5. If you are just joining us, welcome along. And good morning. Thank you for joining us in the Twitch chat. Why not be a nuisance and annoy Unishek or Tashi that they're monitoring the chat? Just drop as many kappas as you possibly can. Let's get some kappas in the chat. Come on, get it hype.
Yeah.
Lay down. No matter, there's so many different kappas and so many ones that we can get going in that chat, because we are getting game number 2 underway. Remember, this is a best of 5 loser bracket matchup. Loser, unfortunately, will be going home. Winner advancing forward. Slayer on Coliseum. Tweet the stream, use the hashtag HaloWC, twitch.tv/Halo. It's a pleasure, especially if you are over in the North American region. We thank you. It's even earlier there for you than it is for us. Kicking things off with the man, the myth, the legend, Snipe Drone's POV. Oh, yeah, and he's going right for that sniper, right? We all know that he is very, very fond of that weapon and also this area of the map. So now let's jump on board with Buck 57 as he takes down Snipe Drone.
And it looks like their team is, seemingly locked down the sniper area of the map. I'm not sure if we have the sniper. Yes, it falls into the hands of Buck20 on the Pacemaking Pandas roster. Let's see what he does with it.
He's certainly a man who knows how to use this weapon. Not necessarily one that we see using it time and time again when he's got the likes of Zur on the roster, because Zur and Morga are extremely good snipers. Misses the first one. Connor just disappears. Not entirely sure where he went there. Completely steamboated off. May have got dropped one down. Finds one face. That's Quad goes down. Tags up a second. There is a third there below him as well, looking for his teammate. Pete will be Morgu. Remember, we do have a Morg and a Morga here. Morgan being the fact of his real name. He's actually Zur, and then Morgu will actually be Pete. Steamboat snipe drone straight out of the head, picks his face off while he's trying to get a ground pound. 2 red X's on the screen. That's not what he wants to see. They do indeed have an early lead. Misses that one shot, though. Went a little bit too early. I like how you're taking the player outlines off, Ghost. It's good. It reminds me of the old days. It's good.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I like to kind of tell the story, right? Show some outlines when he doesn't have anything on his screen, but then let him hit those shots when we can sit back and see what he does.
Looking through the eyes of the player, that's going to be Snipe Drone picking up a double with the carbine. Doodle will find the beautiful weapon in his hands, checking a blue elbow for anybody who wants to spawn there. The amount of times you will catch someone just running and diving in and you just take a face off, time and time again. He's got support from the outskirts. He's got 2 people up on BR as well, helping him out, checking the cave. 1 person down in the maze doesn't connect. However, 2 people we can see on the player outlines running from the cave. Going to jump up on Pyramid, get himself a little bit of an angle on outskirts as well. I like this, though. Checking over Rockets. He knows they're coming up, so that is a big power weapon. He needs to stop anyone on the Pacemaking Pandas making headway with that weapon.
Not only that, you saw him push up to that top cat to actually secure himself a plasma grenade. It looked like he was a little bit, you know, worried about losing those rockets, as he very well should be. Let's hop on board now with Morga as he grabbed these rockets, and he made a great push over here in this low grass area, moving over to Red Bridge. Obviously a little bit concerned, so let's see what he can make happen.
Yeah, he knows that Doodle's still walking around with the sniper, and he knows that he doesn't want to lose his face, especially if he doesn't have any teammates to pick up the rockets if he does die. So, well, we can see on the player outlines. There you go. We just caught for the flashlight. That is the flashlight of death.
Oh, yeah.
Every time you see that, you know, oh, damn, I need to get the hell out of the way of that one because of the bullet coming towards my face. So he caught for that. We now know where Doodle is. He's anchoring out on Elbow. We got Snipe Drone with the carbine. That's a dirty, dirty weapon, especially on land. It does some serious damage. He's over on Rockets, just watching if anybody wants to try and move backwards. But still, Morga's just kind of locking down Sniper. Snipe Drone pokes out and overextends a little bit too far. Turns around here. We got one going down, Morga with the rockets. Got another one here still. Doodle, who I believe may potentially still have sniper rifle. No, it's actually in the hands of Buck20 now. Doodle goes down. So all the power weapons, certainly at the moment, well and truly in the hands of Pacemaking Pandas.
Oh, 100%. And not only that, but I believe we now have 2 snipers in the hands of Buck20 and his team. Or no, this is actually just the new one. He had the old one, and now he's got the new one. Anyways, so we're going to stay on board with Buck20 as he keeps this sniper.
Well,
let's see what he can do.
I mean, shooting your own teammate in the face is never going to help, let's be honest here. That was very unfortunate. I think he was hoping that the bullet may go through. Quad will ground pound Zur, give him a punch to the face, takes him down. 20-20, all tied up. 8:16 remaining on the clock. Looking for that sniper to see where he's landing because it had a hell of a lot of bullets in the chamber. Certainly a game-changing weapon. That's actually going to be in Doodle hands once again. He's running down on Maze to just kind of bring you guys up to speed where everyone is. 1, 2, 3 members of Epsilon do drop, though. There's only Vexus alive. He does take down Morga, at least to bring something back. 57, though, looking straight into blue spawn. Anybody wants to jump on bridge, you are more than welcome, my friends. I'll happily take a free kill.
Oh, 100%. Look at him. He's just watching his teammate. It looks like it was Zuh who was pushing up bottom mid, and now he gets cleaned up by Quad and his rocket launcher. But we are staying on board with 57, as it looks like he's watching his brother. He said, you know what, I'm gonna make sure you don't die. And now they're collapsing on this snipe area. We all know how crucial this area is, and it looks like he needed to reload a little bit sooner than that to get the kill, but thankfully they cleaned him up.
Yeah, he switched out the gun just a little bit 2 seconds. He did the reload and then put it away and then reload again, so he didn't have the bullet to shoot him. Hey ho, job's done. Fair enough. He went down, wasted a bullet, but that's life. He's over here in blue. He's got some teammates downstairs. We got Zur helping him out. At least that player will drop. Needs to be careful though, Snipe Drone, but he does have the call out, so he knows exactly where he is. Hard scopes in, but Snipe Drone just dives out with that carbine. That weapon, man, people underestimate it, how powerful it is. You can see on the kill feed, he's just taking down Zer as well.
Yep.
Vexus answers back with one, 31-27, Ghost.
Oh, yeah, and now we see 57 really left all alone with his sniper rifle. Let's see if he jumps off with it. He does. Very smart play. Veterans are known to do that, obviously, back really all the way since Halo 2 lockout days, really is when that strat came about, and now we see it still being utilized, 10, 12 years later, so very, very good strategy to use.
And look where he is. You've just got Snipe Drone anchoring, always between somewhere. He's always around rockets. You will find him on this map, a wild Snipe Drone just creeping around rockets, creeping around one of the elbows somewhere, and he's always got this carbine. And it's showing. You see it in the kill feed. Zer was trying to run away there. Across map, a little green ping just comes straight across, takes him down and cleans that one up. Morga's going to get one in the kill feed with the DMR as well.
And not only that, but he has an SMG as a backup, right? We talk about how, some of the deadliest combos on this map. The Brute Plasma Rifle is very useful, the SMG as well, but the Carbine and the SMG at once. Now he's about to grab his second Splinter Nade, actually misses it on the way up grass, but still has one from previous, I think on the corner.
Oh.
I don't know how that melee hit, and he's going for the triple.
He did go for the triple, but that player says, no, fam, I am out of here, runs away, goes up on the bridge. We've got 57, I believe, on the opposing side on elbow as well. More than likely, these two players will meet. Checks the bridge, no one there. He's going to get called out, though. That's going to be Morga dropping down. I potentially think that may have been a rocket on his back. Could have been wrong. Yes, it is, because Vexus indeed actually has them. You can see it on the side there. Quad has a sniper rifle as well. We should probably hop on board with his POV, see where he's hanging around, see what kind of work he can do. Must be a fresh one. There is a lot of ammunition in that chamber, Ghost.
Oh, yeah. It is definitely a fresh one. So let's see what he can do. Let's hop on board actually in observer mode and see if he can hit any clean shots. Unfortunately misses that no-scope. Buck 57 takes him down from behind. So it looks like, I believe it was Morga who just picked it up. We're going to stay on board with 57 as Morga gets dropped. And the sniper has not landed in the hands of anyone just yet. We will
Didn't get the kill. Turns around and gets punished and paid for it. Pacemaking Pandas, they looked right in this. Pretty much, I have to know, all game it's been neck and neck, a 1 or 2 kill game, but now we're seeing Epsilon really start to walk away with this. Morga, man of the hour, he's got plenty of bullets in the chamber, but he needs some help. He's all alone here on red base, back in enemy territory. Look again. Look who's across the map, just absolutely showering people with the SMG
Frenzy.
and carbine combo. Snipe drones come out to play. They only need 6 more kills to take game number 2, and he's got 8 bullets to try and do this with.
Oh, yeah, and look at this perfect spawn setup right there. They know that they're all at blue base. Snipe Drone is not really doing his civic duty right now as a teammate. He doesn't have the best angles. I know that most European players know that Snipe Drone just hangs on these elbows, whether it's a carbine or a sniper rifle. It's always a long-range weapon, so they're making sure over there on the Pacemaking Pandas not to give him any easy angles as they rotate for the snipe control. And that was actually a very fortunate spawn, as now Snipe Drone, look at this. He just seemingly kind of, he got a good headshot, but he kind of caused his team to get collapsed on right there. And I know that many players in Europe kind of take advantage of this elbow thing that he does. And there you have it. Pacemaking Pandas gets control.
Thing is, though, he has become quite predictable, and I think that's why they know that we shouldn't really be poking out and giving him too many faces, because he's absolutely going to take advantage of every single chance he gets. One more kill to seal the deal here for Epsilon on game number 2. Hard scoping in on elbow. They know exactly where he is. There's no reason to push out, but to be honest with you, they can just rush because they're not going to lose when it's 49-41. Congratulations, Epsilon. They take game number 2. Pacemaking Pandas, I have to say, though, Ghost, until it got to around the 36 mark, they were right in that game. They were playing super good.
Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, I think that we saw the difference maker was definitely Snipe Drone. He went on that killing frenzy at the end of the game, putting up 19 kills, 7 assists, and only 6 deaths.
Damn,
obviously, the least deaths in the entire server. So he was doing some absolute work. Only 3 of those kills being with the pistol, so we know that he was definitely getting some solid, obviously, carbine kills. Oh, wait, excuse me, wrong player. 8 carbine kills for Snipe Drone. Clearly, that is his favorite weapon on that map, and I'm surprised. You know, I would kind of just leave him be or shut him down, one or the other.
Really quick and off-topic question for you.
Yeah.
The style of play, what he's done specifically on that map, i.e. running between the elbows, abusing the carbine, does that kind of play work in America, or do they shut that down quicker than you know what?
Well, I mean, it's not specifically that they would shut that down, but it's just a tendency, right? And when all the Europeans actually know this tendency, it's surprising that they don't really exploit it. And that's the thing for me, is that when you look at a lot of these American players, they're so well-rounded that they're always moving, they're always on the fly. I mean, we're not going to just always talk about Optic and Envy, but even Liquid, these guys, they don't just anchor a spot. They're always moving. They're always collapsing. They're forcing the staggered spawns. They're forcing the pressure. And it seems like while Snipe Drone actually has a decent carbine on those elbows, the only person I want to say out of the entire top 3 teams in America that seemingly uses the carbine, and even just on the top yellow tower, they don't even go elbows, is Snipe Down. And so I don't know if Snipe Drone is also taking Snipe Down's little thing there, but either way, both of those guys seem to love the carbine spot, but it's not the end-all be-all for Snipe Down back in the U.S. He very much rotates with this team. We see him push towards obviously the oven and the fridge multiple times. So yeah, I don't know. It's odd for me to see that, Rich, because I just thought that when you know a tendency that is that strong,
yeah,
you gotta just exploit it.
Everybody, and the thing is, I suppose as well, the one thing that I'm quite surprised about. I mean, don't get me wrong, the man is an individually talented beast, but we all know in Europe what he's going to do. You know, we all know where he's going to be. He's going to be rotating between the elbows, across rockets. He's going to be abusing the carbine. I'm surprised they didn't apply more pressure to that area.
One DMR.
Yeah, just try and single him out, or just keep him in the death screen, stop him from doing that, because they were close. I genuinely, at the start of that, I saw them winning. So,
funny story, a little bit of history. Is back during Halo 3, the first year of Halo 3, everyone very much played similar to that. The 3-1 setup is what I called it, which is you have a sniper like Neighbor, you have a sniper like Snipe Down, and everyone rotates around him. I always remember Pit Team Slayer, Pit Capture the Flag. One of those two guys is sitting top tower while the rest of the team just dies over and over again. And yeah, they would win a lot of games like that. Well, when I was on Team Carbon over in the second year, and then on Team Classic as well, we took a liking to moving as a team, leaving that guy completely by himself, exposing the teamwork side of the game. We always pushed through green and camo on Pit Team Slayer and CTF, and it really changed the whole culture of how Halo 3 actually played after players saw that you could use teamwork. Well, here in Halo 5, it should be no different. We know how strong teamwork can be, especially when rotating as a force, right? Like seemingly very much like Halo 3, that linear aggression can be very, very helpful in this game type. And for the Bucks, a veteran duo, to not really utilize those tactics, it throws me off. Like, there's no other way for that to happen, in my opinion, because it's now, we're going into our second year. This is the second Halo World Championship qualifier out here,
yep.
And they need to be able to pick up on those types of traits.
Especially when you're playing against one of your old teammates who you know exactly how he plays.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's even more of a point to bring up. But hey, let's look at this series layout right now. Looking at Epsilon and obviously Pacemaking Pandas are doing pretty damn well over here in this series, but it is close. It's 2-0 right now for Team Epsilon, as they're up 100-41 in that first game, Empire Strongholds, and 50-41 in Coliseum Slayer. I don't know what the 41 deal is here for this Pacemaking Pandas roster, but not going to translate into true CTF, as honestly, it only goes to 3.
The Pandas may be having their pacemakers shut off in just a second if they don't come out on top. In truth, CTF, this is your third and potentially final match. Can we see the Pacemaking Pandas eliminated from the competition? Will Epsilon advance in the loser bracket? We are about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the third and final match. Kicking things off with Epsilon's POV, it's Doodle. Mr. Danish Daniel, super aggression here. Look at the hyper aggression. Two people just dive bombing, absolutely steamrolling over into this flag. And we'll look at this rotation. We will just see on one side, the camo's still up, Gus. No one's even touched the camo. We've got Snipe Drone picking up a double kill as well. The flag is already on the move. This could be out of the door and on the board in no time. Both of them are down by the same area, pretty much side by side. Finally, someone picks up the camo. The flag, though, is actually going to be Buck 20. What a complete turn of events. Buck 20's there, slams this one in. Pacemaking Pandas, they take an early lead.
I mean, it looked like everything was going to work out for Snipe Drone and his team. Doodle, obviously, I've seen him do that strat time and time again. Flies over Carbine Tower, gets in their base, and instantly runs the flag. Hopes that his team gets a couple kills. Sure enough, they did, but not enough as he gets stopped in front of their base. And now a counter cap goes in for Buck 20 in the roster.
Ooh, Vexus gives some abuse across the station as he just does 5. Buck 20 in the face. Looking straight down, hoping Doodle walks up, and yes, he does indeed. 1, 2, 3 members, though, of Epsilon, all on that P-side ramp, pretty much kind of crushed together. Not really the best place you want to be. You want to be more spread out on this map.
100%, and it looks like because of that, Vex was actually just left all alone over there on Carbine side, and look at pace-making Pandas pushing towards this pink tower. Not only are they pushing to try and get these kills, but they're well aware of those bubble spawns that will come up. I'm not sure why Snipe Drone actually pushed out towards pink side. That Carbine play was actually very, very useful. I believe that was Doodle, so let's hop on board with him. Picks up a distraction medal, gets cleaned up from the pink 3 player, who is Morga. I believe he drops down. Oh, he was pink 1, is now Will and Morga both get picked up. So let's hop on board with the respawner. Zuz, he tries to get a return and also a grab. Not a grab in time as Buck20 gets a solid double kill. Bottom middle, does he go for the triple? You know, these guys, they love to challenge. And as a fellow challenger myself, I love to respect it.
One thing I've just kind of noted in my mind as well, which I completely forgot to mention, is that Vexus, we were talking about knowing how your fellow teammates work. Vex actually teamed with the Bucks in Pro League. He actually went through Pro League, so the Bucks have 2 of their ex-teammates on the opposing side. They really should be knowing how these players play out and how they run these maps, especially when we speak about Snipe Drone. It's just textbook Snipe Drone to do what he does on Coliseum. However, things are getting a little bit better. The dream could be still alive. They are currently 1-0 up. Snipe Drone over here on Bubble. Well, hey, favorite weapon in hand? That's a carbine. 57 jumps out, thinks, I'm not giving him a kill. I'm going to step back.
He must only watch Snipe Down. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, seeing this play on Coliseum and now seeing the same exact play over on Truth. I mean, it's seemingly, I've watched a lot of Snipe Down, but that looks so similar. But unfortunately, it looks like that cleanup comes in for Vex on Morga, and now 57 picks up the carbine. Let's see what he can do top mid with the sword.
Sword as well, so long range or short range, you don't want to be getting close or distant to this man. One person up in P2, Snipe Drone gets collapsed on by 3 players. Now we see 57 rotating over to Carbine, sword in his back pocket. He can completely lock down and control the bubble. The bubble spawn is alive. Doodle pokes up. He will drop down though, trying to get away, but you can just see the bullets like something out of the Matrix. They're just flying inside red base. We've got 57 on the, 20 on the opposing side, just coming off of P-ramp, putting some pressure on there. Someone needs to get some more kills, so that's 2 down. They need to be grabbing this flag and running it towards them. If they can get these guys down, which they do, someone else falls as well in the form of Zur. So a bit messy, I want to say.
So much hesitation. It's making me cringe, Rich. Like you know, when you have a sword, you should be flying. I know that he has the carbine, so he's a little bit hesitant. He sees his players. That was a little bit of a questionable play right there, as he just goes for the sword kill. Unfortunately, gets cleaned up now from behind quad, but it looks like we're going to have, I believe it's Morga running the flag with the sword, and it could go up 2-0 right now, as it looks like we don't have anyone from the Epsilon roster close enough to grab the flag.
Oh, whoa! He missed it.
Snipe Drone just got so lucky right there, and then Vex just hit a ridiculous 5. Now he gets the return. I don't know how he missed it. It seemed like he bounced over his head.
I think he thrusted into the player and hit the player and bounced off of him.
That was so
missed the plot.
Ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that. Snipe Drone seemingly made one of the worst plays I've ever seen, as he didn't even go for the grab right away, and then he gets a fortunate series of events as the player kind of just slips and slides over his head, completely misses the flag. I mean, what the heck?
Good God, and they got a counter cap. I'm glad you pulled up what Snipe Drone did. He didn't even bother. You know, if you're in that situation, it's like, Jesus, pull the flag and throw it out the window. Pull the goddamn flag, which he didn't do. But the player, I can't even remember which player it was, didn't even put it in.
It was Morga. He tried to fly in.
I think he was super unlucky. I think he into the player.
He definitely should have hit that capture, and unfortunately, it was just a body block almost from Snipe Drone. He had perfect time thrust that just managed to clip Morga and send him flying over the flag into a spiral of death.
So that could have been 2-0, and now we're all tied up 1-1 because that actually resulted in a counter cap. So pacemaking Pandas are going to be pissed at that one. That's put the pressure right back on them. They're now all drawn up 1 apiece. 6:40 remaining on the clock. Quad does find a sword up in P2, checking it out, getting his shields back. Perfect thing to do, sit back for a second. Unfortunately, bullets come flying in. He gets pressured. That's going to be Morga who dives on in. Flag's going to be on the move, though. We see Zur running it straight down through P. We've got no one defending Carbine, though, I don't believe. Let's take a look on the player outlines. I'm not seeing any of his teammates. Oh, we do. Excuse me. I'm completely wrong. Ground pound town. In we go. 2-1. They've now taken the lead once again.
All right, and it looks like all 4 players on this Epsilon roster pushing towards pink.
Nice.
Huge problem. You want to spread out a little bit, or at least play a little bit of defense. 3 down now as Quad picks up a huge kill on defense. 2. Actually, does he get 3? No. Buck20 starts to run the flag, but he gets cleaned up from that early spawn over on Carbine, and now Morga left all alone. great defensive play after Epsilon was seemingly in a very sticky situation right there.
What's upsetting me is that this actually could have been over.
100%.
You know, this game could have been over now. This should have been 3-0.
But those are the things that, you know, that can really change a game and also change a series.
And a mentality, you know? If you're going to be upset about that and think, God damn, I just choked, you know?
I don't know if it's a choke, though. I mean, like...
You hit someone like that.
It was so unfortunate. It was wacky.
Yeah.
It was wacky, to say the least. Anyways.
But let's check that one off. We are still in the game. 5:30 remaining on the clock. Everything to play for. 2-1 is the current scoreline. Pacemaking Pandas back in the driving seat of this Truth CTF. Morgo is running up P2. He does have some support. Bug 20's to his left. We got Bug 57 bottom mid as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 members, though. All pins are together. Grenades are going in. He's getting hit markers. We've got Vexus in the corner who's all tanked up. He's running, but he does at least get a kill. BR comes in. Still doesn't finish him off, and now they're allowed to spawn once again. You mentioned this before, Ghost. They're just kind of pausing for a second and really not diving in together when they should be, not getting all the kills and then pulling the flag.
Oh, I mean, it's a little bit scary, but I think does Vex have... Oh, no, Vex did pick up camo, but eventually died. But you were 100% right. It just seemed like they played some great defense and then pushed out of the base, and it just threw all of Pacemaking Panda's roster a little bit off guard. I mean, they looked like they were waiting for a defensive push to kind of thwart their offense, but nothing came to be, and now they just pushed that carbine side.
I mean, I don't know if it's possible. I'm going to throw it out there in case production can hear me. If we can get a very slow motion replay at the end of that flag to see exactly what happened and what went wrong, that would be fantastic. Vexus and Snipe Drone, they are both taken down 2-20. He's looking, he takes down Vex as well. Now we're moving across. We do have the sword, though. It's going to be in place. Oh, no. I'm going to say he's diving. Oh, he gets... Why 57 challenge him? I'll never know. He saw the sword in his hand. Fair enough, it does get dropped. At least Snipe Drone will take him out. 57 backs off for just a second. Grenades go in. No hit markers. Comes around. Finds himself an easy kill. Storm rifles there. If anybody wants to jump down, they can at least clean that one up. That will be a nice, easy kill. But he is just waiting, and I like this play where he is. Duda's in a good position. He's got the carbine. Now he can just be a bit of an anchor on top mid.
Yep.
Give some really high cover for his teammates if they want to push out.
Yeah, and notice how he drops the carbine for the battle rifle. It's actually interesting that he did that, and I do the same. Over on the carbine side of the map, I love the carbine, but on the pink tower, there's something about that battle rifle that allows you to hit those peak shots as players come up the streets. You put in some great damage, extremely useful, so I gotta give him props for making that just very subtle switch, Rich.
Subtle switch indeed. Still no flags really pulled since, only one. Down goes one. Vexus and Doodle doing work. Morga and Zoo will drop, so 2 on 4 at the moment. 57 comes back in.
Huge.
See you later, 57. Get off the server. Takes him down with a perfect 4 to the face. Now the flag's on the move once again. Doodle chucks it out. Like what he's done, though. Don't run it. Stay where you are. Stand your goddamn ground, which is what he's doing, because now he's a nuisance, Gus. They're focusing on him and not on the flag.
Oh, I love that play. And not only that, but since he threw it out of the window, it just went a little bit farther and a little bit just in a different path, right? For these players to try and, you know, understand, is this guy going to run it out the front? They're just a little bit more hesitant. And when you just switch some things up rather than just throwing out the front window, it can spell certain disaster for the enemy team.
57 is just going to try and guard this flag with his life. I like the fact that he's not... Well, I don't know. Do I like the fact that he's not running it? Do you think he should have gone for that one, or is he doing the right thing by just kind of locking down P2?
I mean, I would lock down P2 with 2.5 minutes left. It's not a bad idea to just kind of go for these slays. I know that we always talk about how the best defense is offense in Halo 5, especially when talking about CTF on Truth. But at the same time, you gotta be a little bit concerned about making any irrational plays right now, as the series is I mean, Epsilon is up 2-0. This is an elimination here for this Pacemaking Pandas roster, so they need to play it to perfection. So Buck 57 not trying anything crazy.
2 minutes remaining, survival time, tournament life on the line for Pacemaking Pandas. Snipe Drone goes up to P3. The call out comes in. You can see the golden assist medal there. Zoo does answer. Doodle, though, comes in with a clutch double to clean out and stop any advancement on this one. Vexus as well with a sword. 1, 2, 3 for a second. 4 members of Pacemaking Pandas were down. The pressure is really on. They're all locked inside the base. You can see the player outlines on there. Grenades coming in thick and fast. No hit markers are found. 57 does get the call. He says we need to get Doodle down. Down goes Doodle, but here we have Snipe Drone standing his ground once again in P2. Saw comes out. Anybody wants to walk up here, they are in for a very, very nice treat in the form of a sword to the body. One person pushes him back into the base. That's going to be the camo guy, I believe, who got caught out bottom mid. And now 2 are down, so here comes the run. Oh, just backs off. I like that pause.
I don't know, though. I almost, at that moment, I would have stuck with it, thrust it under the base. His teammate was under the base. Now, yes, he's getting kills, but we all know Snipe Drone is very much just a slayer. Rather than the objective, like when he sees objective or kill in his face, he's gonna always prioritize kill.
Sees
and
red.
He's always, he always gonna stay alive. He's always gonna worry about maintaining control or something of another. For me, I would have thrown that flag under the base and started to make a little bit more pressure. Right? They need to do something.
PMP 30 seconds away for claiming victory in game number 2. Can they stay alive? It looks like it. Azur and his teammate, I'm not entirely sure which one it was, pick up 2. So 2 on Epsilon will drop. Zer's getting tanked up over here on Carbine side. The players down on Car 1. Zer's going to get a bit of a greedy challenge. Says, you know what, I want the kill. But 57 says, nah, not today, my friend. That one is mine with the BR in hand. Quad over on Carbine. He gets lit up as well by 2 of them. We've got Vexus dropping down to P1. But honestly, that is going to be all she wrote as we count down from 5, 3, 2, 1. That is game. The pacemaking Pandas take game number 3. They are still alive, Ghost, and I am impressed. That could give them the confidence that they need as we roll on into game number 4.
Yeah, that was a huge win for the Bucks and their team. Pacemaking Pandas making a very big statement. It seemed like Snipe Drone he seemed to have a pretty good understanding of how to rotate on Carbine side with the Karma, but when he got over to Pink Tower with that BR sword combo, he kind of waited for the perfect moment to push in rather than making a play and doing something, you know. I mean, I always think of players like Tots and the likes of those guys who have no fear about pushing in and kind of driving that push. Look at Snipe Drone, though, putting up 29 kills. The rest of his team, not the same stats. Doodle only dropping 11. Vex also 17, all under 20 kills right there. And but then looking at the opposite side of the rosters, wow, well-rounded?
Yeah.
Much?
Very well-rounded. I mean, there was only one person below 20 assists, and that was Zer. But he dropped 22 and 18 to make up for it. But as you can see there, the trophy, eyes on the prize. This is what it's all about. One team will be lifting victory, taking home $10,000. But 2 teams will be making their way to the Halo World Championship. And this is what it's all about. This is the road, you know? This is, they're fighting through loser bracket. And I've said it time and time again, loser bracket, it breeds the best in teams. How many teams have we seen? We saw at fall season finals. How many teams have we seen getting hit with the loser bracket run and coming back and just all guns blazing?
It's very, very much possible. And I think that the Bucks, they could potentially get a reverse sweep here. We all know that they played some almost near perfect Halo right there. I know that we saw, you know, it was only 2-1 in the score, and you thought it was going back and forth. But when taking a look at those stats, Rich, the assists were through the roof for that opposite team. Excuse me, for Pacemaking Pandas. But then something I want to call out is we saw 5 power-up picks on the camo go into the hands of Epsilon on that true CTF game. Only 1 going over to the Pandas, and the Pandas seemingly dominated with control. So I'm not sure if we just saw those guys getting cleaned up too quick on Epsilon. Pandas doing a good job just kind of nullifying all those camo pickups. Regardless, we're going to need to see if Snipe Drone's teammates Doodle and Vex can kind of step up here in this next game. They you know, didn't do too well in the last one. Not sure if that was just the teamwork aspect, what have you, but this next game type is a tough one. Strongholds on Eden. You need to have good teamwork, and I gotta say, after looking at those true CTF assists on the Pandas roster, Rich, I think that this could definitely fall to a game 5.
110%. That win on Truth was just what PMP needed. And again, you mentioned about those assists. The teamwork was there. Everything looked absolutely fantastic. And honestly, I hope it does roll into this map for them because they're going to need it. Epsilon know how to slay. They know how to get the job done. But most importantly, it's whether or not it actually breaks their spirit. One thing I want to talk about breaking spirits, unfortunately. Let's take a quick look at the replay of this flag. Now, Ghost, what happened? Let's talk me through it.
I'm telling you, man, here it comes. Slow motion. Look, he didn't go for the flag grab, and then Snipe Drone just thankfully thrusts, and he scoots and flies over him, and Snipe Drone doesn't even know. And then Vex comes in with a perfect 5. I think Vex was probably the guy who saved the day there. As Snipe Drone very well could have, you know, messed things up quite a bit. But hey, I guess it worked out.
I mean, the one person you've got to call out there, well, to be fair, you did, was Snipe Drone. Why didn't he grab that flag? I mean, well, in all fairness, instead of actually pulling it out and stopping it, he just stopped it with his body.
Yeah, and I know that you guys play football, but it's very much not a contact sport like the one that we play. So maybe he just, you know, took some lessons over from, you know, the NFL. I know you guys have been having some games out here. Seemed like he just blocked him from that touchdown.
Spartan Chad just got us all just wanting to go swinging in and smashing each other to bits with his bodies. Yeah, it's that mentality. So Eden Strongholds. People in the chat, people in the audience, this is elimination time. One team will be going home, one team moving forward to continue their loser bracket run as they look to advance to the Halo World Championships in Burbank, California. Pacemaking Pandas currently at 2-1 down to Epsilon on the point of Snipe Drone. And he's got a few grenades, but he's got the OS, you know? No, why don't you throw every goddamn name you had at that guy going for OS? Why do you give him a free one?
You know, I could not tell you. I mean, there's clearly maybe a missed opportunity or a missed strat. Maybe someone forgot to throw a grenade. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but let's hop on board with observer mode as Snipe Drone tries to survey this map. He has a brute plasma rifle in hand. We know how deadly this can be, especially with a Magnum back up. As you switch that, the swap speed on the pistol is extremely fast. The only thing that competes with it is the Halo 2 battle rifle.
He used 2 rockets to take down the OS guy, which is fine, because now he's been eliminated from the map. Moving over to Blue. Ben Quad standing his ground, though. Wow. Inside Blue. Nice work from Quad there, being the bodyguard. Grenades are going to go across to Red Nest. He gets the hit markers as well, looking for any kind of assist triangles coming up on the left-hand side to see if it did help one of his teammates out. Look straight across. That's going to be Zer with the Brute PR as well, and the cheeky beatdown on Vexus. Trying to get this hill, which he somehow manages to do. Fair enough, 57 will come down, give him a quick back to the head, and take him down.
Oh, yeah. And 57 now in the hill trying to cap. They only have 1 right now. You need 2 to get those points. So now we see 2 going over in favor of the Pandas as Buck is going to, 57 is trying to help out. I think it was his brother on Top Cat. As now Buck 20 actually gets taken down because, well, 57, you missed the jump, my man. You got to help out your homie. And unfortunately, you let him down today. So, oh, solid trade right there. Zoo picks up the assist. Excuse me, yep, the assist kill over there on Vex, and Buck 20 takes the other guy down. It
was a fair trade. SMGG in your back pocket, why not? Get stuck in and have a go. Pacemaking Pandas, though, the pushing for the triple cap goes. 57 and a teammate up here on top. Cat, 2 members down in Blue Bend. Look at all the grenades going in, though, Ghost. It's a fireworks show over there. They've put a lot of damage over, looking for a teammate of some sort to kind of help them out and clean up some kills, which I think they're possibly going to be able to do because everyone else is spawning over here in the red side. So, in fact, they have managed to keep it. They didn't manage to advance any further. But Pacemaking Pandas, they're in control of Game 4 right now.
They are, but at the same time, they just gave up overshield pickup. They just gave up rocket control. And now Vex is trying to do everything he can to miss 2 rockets and potentially lose his overshield. I don't know.
Vex?
What I'm looking at.
Hello? 2 rockets missed, unfortunately. He does thankfully have a teammate there to at least clean up, but that didn't go too well because not only is he, well, you mentioned it, not only has he lost OS, he just wasted 2 kills.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary. I don't know what Morga is doing right there. He should be very well aware of these rocket launchers and how dangerous they can be over here outside. And 57 just narrowly skeets away right there as Doodle picks up the kill with the SMG. Vex stays alive outside. Morga picks up a huge 5. Let's see what this guy has to do.
As that battle for Blue will continue and move over to Nest. There's a battle for Nest as well. Look at the teamwork though. Zer just comes across Morg's head and he at least gets the free kill for him. That's going to be halfway down. 57 will tag it up and say, right, I'm out of here now. Fades away down below Nest. We're going to see Doodle and Vexus advance over to Nest as they come from the outside fans. They're both diving in. You've got 57 alone here on his own. Downstairs in red, there's a one-on-one battle. Be a big for him if he win this. He's got the SMG. More than likely going to jump up through the window, rotate around to Nest, which he does, and he gets the reset as well. Fantastic play by 57. He's single-handedly controlling red side, and he's at least keeping this. They're focusing on getting Nest, but in the meantime, the time's ticking away and putting more points on the board.
Yeah, you saw the Buck twins again again coming out with their immaculate teamwork, just doing everything they can to bait and switch. It's something that I will always appreciate. Anytime you have a player that has a friend, a brother, or I guess a twin brother for that much, and they are able to sit next to each other, look at each other's screens, and then really just expand on their teamwork time and time again, whether it's through matchmaking or lands, the Bucks have always been known to do it.
I don't care what's happening, but it's bloody well working. Double kill comes out in the kill feed. Excuse me, it's not even a double kill, it's just the twins working their magic as they drop 2 members of Epsilon. Camo in the hands of Snipe Drone. Catwalk, rather important here, gets some early shots onto Zerk. Gonna throw some grenades in, not really doing much with it at the moment. Fair enough, he gets the hit markers there. Gonna rotate around, moves his grenade down to Cage. Another grenade goes in, trying to put a landmine down in case anybody wants to do it. You see Quad just goes steamboating across, sorry, excuse me, it was Vexus. Steams across, gonna try and tag up that hill a little bit more. Snipe Drone still here though, just being sneaky. He has been caught out though. Gets teased with the ground pound, at least forces him back down into bottom mid, but this time ghost.
Can we talk about this, Rich? He's just wasting time with this camo. He hasn't really done much at all. He's been giving up points. They're down 17 to 73. Vex, we saw pick up the overshield. He burned it, and now Snipe Drone is just starting to capture Cat.
It's not great. He probably could have done more, and now he's probably gonna. No. Well,
wow.
Finally he gets a hill.
Okay.
There we go. Finally it was actually done something with. They've got the hill.
I mean, he had a little bit of help.
But rockets are coming in from Quad, so they need to be extremely careful of this. Quad's forced to go back, not entirely sure. He might not have any ammunition left. They've almost got it, which they don't.
Oh, man, that was a huge kill by Zuz. He takes down Quad, and they do manage to cap that hill. Now going on 2, potentially going for a triple cap here. And we're going to hop on board now with Buck57 as he covers this red nest capture. Huge kill on Snipe Drone as he secures this total control. And now 3 players of Epsilon flailing their arms trying to get into that red hill. Let's hop on board with Snipe Drone off the respawn, grabbing the light rifle.
Oh, Epsilon not like this. They're just all over the place. Fair enough, Snipe Drone does get 1 kill there. Nice cheeky one with the light rifle, but he's not going to do much damage in the grand scheme of things. This is an objective game type. Stronghold, you need to get the plat. You don't need to get any of the kills. You just need to get the points on the board. They only need 5 more. Catwalk
reset. Did you see that reset by Buck20?
Literally instant. Double kill comes out of Snipe Drone. They're all pushing in for Catwalk.
This is killing me inside.
Oh, God.
This is killing me inside. I cannot tell you enough how many times I've seen players like this just sit there. Do they get the cap? They do. 2 to 1, and they're about to win this. That's it. I mean, he just sat there for so long, Rich. It seems like whatever game type it is. Coliseum, he's camping with the carbine. Truth, CTF, he's camping with the carbine. And then you go over to Eden Strongholds with the light rifle. I mean, it's just, it's killing me. It's killing me on the inside, my man.
Holy mother of Halo. Game 5, baby. First game of the day in the loser bracket matchup. Take a look at the kills. 11 and 9. Mr. Will, 57, topping the damage there. 10 and 10 for Zer. 9 and 14 for Buck20. 8 and 12 for Morga. But it doesn't matter whatsoever. It's all about the win. They have pushed Epsilon to a game 5. My God, the pressure is well and truly on right now. They can do this.
Yeah,
I believe.
They most certainly can do that. I mean, and just looking at the objective plays over there on this Strongholds Eden matchup that we just watched, Buck57 going huge, getting 5 Strongholds captures and actually 3 secures and 2 defensive pushes. So when you have players that are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of Strongholds, it will always play out better for you. I know that I play quite a bit of matchmaking back at home, and I can't tell you how many times. You know what? I'm going to throw him under the bus right here. Neighbor, start going for Strongholds, man. Captain Anarchy and I can't take it anymore, and Snipe Drone he's making me sad too. So please, guys at home, if you guys happen to play Halo 5 matchmaking, you get in a game with me, just help me go for some Strongholds, my dudes. I'm just trying to get some W's out here so we can go up the rank ladder. Mr. Mankey, shout out to him for trying to do some minor improvements as well in recent times. So definitely keep an eye out for any of those changes and feel free to leave some feedback. But yes, back to the tournament. We are going to game number 5, Sims. What do you think's gonna happen here?
I mean, they look nervous. Epsilon are looking nervous. This is dangerous for them. They're in dangerous waters. They are literally, they were 2-0 up. Now they are 1 game away from being reverse sweeped. This is absolutely nuts. The pacemaking Pandas have got the confidence that they need. They believe. They know that they can win this next one. They just have to stay focused. However, I do have to say, we are going into a Slayer. And there's one man who enjoys a good old Slayer, and that's Mr. Snipe Drone himself. If he gets a sniper rifle on this, he's going to just start bodying people. And, you know, we're going to see Spartan faces hitting the tarmac. Things could be dangerous.
I'm going to stop you right there, though, Rich.
All right, then. You give me your Dusty Army Carbon terminology of how this one's going to work out.
I think that we saw Morga putting on a show with his pistol. And when that guy is on, he's confident, he's going to be going for the sniper. We know Eden Slayer, the sniper, can pretty much turn the entire tide of the game. Now, what I'm actually interested to see is with these initial spawns, whether or not we're going to see players elect to go right for those rockets and pass up the sniper. I think we saw Snipe Drone do that yesterday, I believe. So we're going to have to see if the sniper just falls in the hands of a player right off the bat, or if it eventually just kind of gets fought over. But regardless of the sort, I think the Buck Twins are playing just phenomenal Halo. Their teamwork, we saw it come out in that true CTF. Every single player had 20 assists or more. And I mean, when you have something like that, it's kind of hard to neglect it. And it seems like Base-making Pandas have kind of started steamrolling this comp right now. I know it's not 100%, you know, 100-0 or 3-0 when you look at that series layout, but they are in complete control of these game modes. And while we can see Snipe Drone pull off some big shots, he's going to need to, you know, kind of calm his teammates, and maybe he can hit some and get them in the right mentality here, Rich.
All right then, guys, Game 5 alert. People in the chat, send these teams your energy. They need it as much as anything right now. Both teams fighting for tournament survival. Everything on the line. 2 spots at World at stake. They need to advance further in the bracket. Which one of these 2 teams is going to be doing it? Kicking things off, Snipe Drone's POV, getting challenged hard from downstairs. Turn around, gives Morga the quick beat down. He'll say thank you very much. I'm not entirely sure where that overshield has been. I think it's been and gone potentially. Looking now, reversal medal actually came out. Of course, it's not actually on this one. That's completely my bad. I'm thinking of the previous one.
To be fair, we just played Eden Strongholds, Rich.
I'm miles away. It's Eden, man. Eden's a whole. It's not on this one this time.
All good, my man. All right, we're going to now hop on board with Vex, as he actually was the guy to grab the sniper. I feel like he might end up swapping it for Snipe Drone, if I'm not mistaken. But no, he's just going to hang on to it, as Snipe Drone does still maintain control of the rockets, pushing into red base. Vex and the rest of his team rotating all around to the map, as they now have this 3-kill lead. Just enough to kind of start edging out this comp. Morga takes down Doodle, though.
5-2, getting a good lead. Goes through, flying through a splinter nade. Sniper's there. Let's see.
He's still weak. The nades! There it is!
Oh dear.
Another nade. He got ticks. They know he's down there. Buck 57 takes him down. Does he get the sniper?
And rockets.
And rockets. Little bit scary.
Not the best of positions they want to be in. He needs to get out of there now. He's got one left, checking window, hasn't reloaded yet. The sniper's still sat in the corner. No one's actually noticed it. 2 players work together. We were 6-1, we're now 6-6, all tied up. They've got the power weapons as well. Pace-making Pandas well and truly back in this game. I don't think someone has found the sniper rifle. It's going to be Buck 20. So let's see what he can do. He needs to make some magic happen, find some Epsilon faces, and put bodies on the floor.
Yes, and not only that, Rich, but look at them rotating. 15 seconds until these rockets are going to pop over here on the outside area of the map. We know how crucial they are to turning the tide of a game, and when it's 6-6 all tied up in game number 5, you need to get them. I mean, I can't stress it enough how serious this is, and they are about to pop, and they do. It looks like there are 2 members of this Epsilon roster waiting for the rockets, just baiting them, as now we have a flank come in from Quad. He gets cleaned up. Rockets are grabbed, though. Do we see anything come out? Vex misses 1, hits a second. Buck 20 dies with Sniper all the way behind that box.
Yeah, that's not great, but 2 players of Epsilon will fall as well. We're going to see Vexus just absolutely run away with those rockets, and Steamboat does get 1 kill. Pacemaking Pandas still in the lead by 2. That's changed down to 1. We're going to see Zerf find himself a sniper rifle. So in this position now, he's kind of in no man's land. Where's the best place to go? Or is he doing exactly what
he's doing exactly what he should do, actually. When you watch players like Spartan the Dog now in Halo 5, seemingly like Neighbor back in the Halo 2 lockout days, this guy's always moving, he's always rotating, staying away from any enemy fire, making sure that he has some solid team support, and it looks like Za has understood those basics, and so I'm going to keep an eye on him. But 2 players down. Quad actually puts on a ground pound on Buck 20. Not what you want to see in a game 5.
Look at this collapse. 1, 2. Look at them all. You just see all
They're
these.
calling him out, though. He has to be calling them out.
He'll be telling his team exactly where all these people will be, but, you know, fair enough. he's manning his ground. He's just camping. He's just staying down. He's going to get caught out by Vexus. Finally, they found where the sniper rifle was hiding. Now they can get that weapon, turn it into an Epsilon member's hands, and do some damage with it. Not really seen much sniper work coming out of this because the pressure has really well and truly been on. 57 wants a piece of the action as well. He dives out with SMG, will be forced back. Snipe drone, though, has the sniper. You can see it in the kill feed. We hear the bullet. Lands a fist. But we've also got quads. That means 2 sniper rifles, Ghost, are going to be in play, both of which in the hands of Epsilon.
Yeah, and you know, Quad is pretty good with the sniper, but I think Snipe Drone's just a little bit better. So let's stay on board with him. He got the fresh one, and we have the rockets coming up in 15 seconds. We know, again, these are very, very big deals on a Game 5 tie 14-14. It was 6-6, and now it's 8 kills later for both teams. And this is the position that we saw Talik in the other day, and it seemed like he did help out a little bit, but just not enough to secure the rockets. But I like how Snipe Drone flies in and collapses. This is exactly what Talik didn't do and what I called out yesterday. So now we're going to see Snipe Drone and Epsilon try to get these rockets. Doodle gets a kill, and now a huge quick scope from Snipe Drone. But the rockets, I think they got away.
Yeah, I think that may have potentially been Doodle as well. I'm looking exactly where they're going to be. Morgan's got a sniper of his own. One bullet in the chamber. Finds Quad space. Down he goes. Fresh rockets, though, moving around with Vexus. Another whiffed one, which he keeps doing time and time again.
No, he's splitting them. He just nutmegged those guys with the rocket. That was so hard to watch. As now Zub picks up those last rockets. There's only one left in the chamber. He has to get a reload. Quad picks up a huge 5-shot, but I believe the sniper is still in play. I'm not sure if any of the players have picked it up yet. Yes, it is Buck20. He's going to try and stay alive. He gets a huge kill on Snipe Drone. He's probably going for that sniper. We all know he was.
I think it's about time we queue up in the back a good old Epsilon listener. I want to hear what these players are doing. And more than all, the communication with this roster, it's whether or not it goes quiet and silent. Because I definitely know on the opposing side of Pacemaking Pandas, they're going to be loud and proud. Epsilon, a couple of players on there, some key ones as well that we know in the European community have a tendency to go rather quiet when the going gets tough. We'll get that sorted in the background. For now, though, we'll stick with Epsilon. Doodle himself, the man who's had a couple of struggle games, I want to say, now and again. However, sniper rifle comes around the corner. We get a body shot. We tried to get the beat down, didn't quite land. The listening, though, Ghost, it's ready. So let's dive on into Epsilon, hear how the team's communication is all playing out.
Just crouch. Red fan, one on red fan, definitely going towards red AV.
Rockets in 20 though, rockets in 20, we need to get outside.
I'm just sitting outside here, I need someone outside with me.
Oh, it's 15 seconds, we need to get outside.
I need someone with me, yeah. I'm outside on my own.
There's a guy around blue sneaky.
now.
I'm gonna leave that blue sneaky guy. I'm gonna leave the blue sneaky guy.
We need one minikit as well.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Push down. Need help in turbine. Need help in turbine. 2 guys in turbine.
He's in pit, in pit.
Just push. We gotta push.
They're in there. They're still in turbine right now.
They're coming red bend behind you. Red bend behind you.
Blue sneaky. I spawn red. I spawn blue.
I kill one red bend. One more minicat. He killed me in turbine. He's gonna have 3 rugs in turbine. He's gonna red bend.
2 1-shots.
We're down in numbers, boys. We're down in numbers.
Yeah, Connor's got a snipe. It's only 6 kills as well. It's fine.
We can go tower here, Mike. I'm with you.
Blue sneaky.
They're gonna have
red. Let's go red.
Red side tower.
They're gonna have rockets.
And I'm with you, Dan. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Not gonna peek this.
They're just gonna crouch.
We're gonna pick. We're gonna pick.
This
guy's crouching.
It's red again.
You see it somewhere?
It's red again.
Go push.
Stop being red. I died. He
Boys, wait for each other. Stop there.
There, that, mate.
I'm with you, Connor. Red fan right now.
Still, sorry.
Check it out.
It's red.
Red fan.
I'm looking at you, Connor.
Top cat. Stop cat.
Yeah.
Stay alive inside blue as well.
I died blue bend.
Boys, we're all dying, man. Fuck's sake. Stop dying.
They have rugs in blue now.
We still have a chance.
Yeah, come on.
Stop getting down.
No.
Minicat.
Nice, one dead.
He's on blue cage. Go cat.
There's 2 dead guys. I'll come outside with you.
Yeah, sniping blue cat.
You by yourself, Kieran. You by yourself.
Blue cage.
2 guys on blue beer going inside blue.
Yeah. I'm still with you, Kieran.
Stay alive, running down by 10.
Yeah, we're fine. Come on.
Right, tower somewhere. Let's go tower.
I have snipe.
Yeah.
Get away with that. Stay alive with that. Rogue's come up in there.
Where's Sarah guy?
I can't see it. I don't
You'll
know.
be crouching.
I'm trying to look at blue cage for you. Yeah, one blue cage right now.
I got a hit marker.
He's crouching blue.
Hit marker on blue cage.
He's still there.
2 guys inside blue.
He's on the ramp. He's crouching on that ramp.
He's still there. No, I can't. There's a guy inside blue. On me, one shot.
Stay alive for these
One shot on blue
rockets.
cage.
As you can see, guys, 10-kill lead for Pandas. They've got to be hyped, loud, and proud. Rather than listen to me and Ghost, we want to hear what they're saying, how things are going down in the opposing team. Let's move across to Pandas and hear what the team have got to say.
Light rifle. One shot outside. Go snipe.
Snipe, snipe his dead.
Red rockets. Red snipe. Can we push this squat?
Nice! So red nest still, guys. Red nest sniping Reek, red nest sniping pushing B.
Snipe is out by red. Snipe is out by blue.
Red, I have 2 rockets, guys.
Finish sniping.
Blue stairs,
3.5 minutes. We got fucking 12 kill leads. Slow it down.
I got rockets, don't worry.
Alright, let's go.
I'm sitting up, Ben, guys, cover me. I'm gonna see Alex, I'm saying. See where we're looking.
One tap.
Listen turbine. 2 guys turbine.
Idiot!
Oh, let's go!
We're in turbine. Let's go, guys, come on, let's go. Push it, guys. Push, guys. Blue. Come on, guys. Outside, red fan now, guys.
4 more kills is all the pace-making Pandas need to kick out Epsilon out of the competition. Gusty Army, we did not expect this coming out of this roster. We kind of said they had every single ability to do it, just that they were 2-0 down. This would be a reverse sweep. All they need is 4 more kills to seal the deal.
Yeah, I was just standing up out of my chair. I cannot believe how clutch those rocket kills were right there as Buck57 now pushes out onto the mid-bridge, trying to see if he can get any just quick pickups, some good lines of sight. He doesn't know where these players are just yet. Gets the SMG ready. Who is this pushing? Quad, what are you doing? It's 48-31 now. Not something you want to do, Quad.
Oh my God, next kill wins. Buck20 with a double. They know everyone needs to push. Pace-making Pandas reverse sweep. Epsilon eSports, Buck20, Buck57. They send their ex-teammates home, baby. They continue their match through the loser bracket, surviving another game. Baby, the Bucks are back. Ghost, what a massive, massive game. You've been here before. How good does it feel to win a reverse sweep?
It feels like, I mean, you feel like $1 million, especially on the main stage at the qualifier for the World Championships against former teammates. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better story, and